The story begins by introducing a famous actor named Hwang Jung-min, who has garnered numerous awards for his acting prowess in the entertainment industry. On the night of a film premiere, Jung-min becomes bored and decides to discreetly leave, reassuring his manager not to worry and encouraging him to enjoy the evening with friends. As Jung-min drives away, he stumbles upon news about the discovery of a kidnapped cafe owner's corpse. The victim had been killed as the kidnappers failed to secure the desired ransom. Before heading home, Jung-min stops at his regular convenience store, where an employee informs him about the viral news of a kidnapping and shows him a photo of the remaining hostage, Soyeon. Despite the severity of the situation, Jung-min seems indifferent to the store employee's information. As is his habit, he leaves his car keys with the employee and walks home. Outside, he encounters 3 fans who become intrusive, insisting on taking pictures. Jung-min feels uncomfortable and, as he walks home alone, the fans suddenly kidnap him. Taken to a hideout, Jung-min meets Soyeon, the remaining hostage. Initially oblivious to the gravity of the situation, Jung-min mistakes the kidnappers for YouTubers creating content. Dong-hun, one of the kidnappers, frustrated by Jung-min's underestimation, slaps him, making Jung-min realize the seriousness of the situation. The gang's leader, Kiwon, demands a ransom from Jung-min, threatening to kill him if the payment isn't made promptly. To prove their intentions, Kiwon shows footage of the savage killing of the male cafe owner. When Kiwon considers killing Soyeon, Jung-min attempts negotiation, offering a 5 billion won ransom for both himself and Soyeon. However, Kiwon deems it too low for a renowned actor. Meanwhile, policewoman Yuna investigates the kidnapping case, unaware of Jung-min's situation. She discovers clues about the kidnappers and identifies Dong-hun through CCTV footage. The narrative then shifts to one of the kidnappers, Yongtae, revealing himself as a fan of Jung-min's movies. As Dong-hun interrogates Jung-min about his credit card, Kiwon becomes suspicious of Jung-min's fearless demeanor. Anticipating possible escape attempts, Kiwon prepares a trap in their hideout. He instructs Dong-hun to kill Jung-min and Soyeon if he doesn't return within 10 hours. The next day, Kiwon and his henchman, Youngrok, head to Jung-min's house, while Yuna and her partner receive information about Kiwon and rush to his location. Meanwhile, Jung-min, seemingly planning something, tries to manipulate the situation when Sae-bayol, Dong-hun's wife, catches him in the act and ruthlessly slaps him. Afterwards, Jung-min informs Dong-hun that he has to attend an interview that day, emphasizing the importance of his manager not becoming suspicious and reporting his absence to the police. Dong-hun advises Jung-min to inform his manager about his unavailability, but when Jung-min calls using Dong-hun's cell phone, the manager ignores the call. Jung-min requests Dong-hun to contact his brother, Sung-won, to relay the message to the manager. Sung-won answers the call, and Jung-min instructs him to inform the manager about the interview cancellation, mentioning the reporters' names. Dong-hun promptly ends the call. Meanwhile, Yuna and her partner obtain Kiwon's address and find an abandoned house. To their astonishment, they discover a decomposing corpse on the bed. Back at the hideout, as Kiwon and Youngrok search for Jung-min's wallet, Yongtae is surprised when Jung-min asks him to buy medicine, claiming to have a heart condition. Despite Jung-min's plea, Yongtae refuses due to Kiwon's orders to keep a close eye on him. Dong-hun, realizing Jung-min's ruse, strangles him with a rope. Under threat, Jung-min discloses that he left his wallet at the convenience store. Kiwon and Youngrok, leaving Jung-min's house, spot the manager searching for him. The manager receives a call from Sung-won, explaining Jung-min's absence from the interview and providing fake reporter names at Jung-min's request. The manager discovers there was no scheduled interview and realizes something is amiss. Concerned, he decides to break into Jung-min's house and, finding it in disarray, contacts the police. The scene shifts to Yongtae panicking as Jung-min appears unwell. Dong-hun thinks Jung-min is feigning illness, but Dong-hun's wife believes otherwise, urging her husband to buy medicine. Simultaneously, the manager seeks police assistance in finding Jung-min. Kiwon, attempting to retrieve Jung-min's wallet, faces resistance from a store employee who refuses to surrender it. Kiwon receives a call from Dong-hun, learning that Jung-min is sick and on the way to the pharmacy. Upon hearing this, Ki-won becomes furious and instructs Dong-hun to return quickly, convinced that Jung-min is deceiving them. Ki-won assaults the store employee, seizes Jung-min's wallet and car keys, and leaves the shop. Meanwhile, at the hideout, Jung-min, appearing ill, is untied by a concerned Yong-tae, but Jung-min quickly retaliates, rendering Yong-tae unconscious. Jung-min frees Soyeon, and they attempt to escape. Their getaway is interrupted by Sae-byul, who pursues them with a gun. When Dong-hun arrives, Jung-min incapacitates Sae-byul, allowing Soyeon to shoot and injure her. Jung-min and Soyeon flee into the forest. Jung-min instructs Soyeon to hide, while he distracts Dong-hun and Yong-tae. Despite thinking it's safe to emerge, Soyeon is apprehended by Dong-hun and taken back to the hideout. In another location, Yong-tae locates Jung-min and shoots him, causing Jung-min to fall into a ravine and lose consciousness. Simultaneously, Ki-won encounters difficulties withdrawing cash from Jung-min's account due to Jung-min's deceit. As the police close in on Ki-won, he attempts to flee but is aided by Young-rak, who strikes the police with his car. A high-speed chase ensues, leading to Young-rak losing control and crashing into a building. When the police apprehend Young-rak, Ki-won escapes by detonating a homemade bomb. Young-rak is then taken to the police station for questioning. However, he chooses to remain silent and ends his life by drinking the poison he had prepared beforehand. The scene then switches to Jung-min, who finally wakes up after a long period of unconsciousness at the bottom of the abyss. Due to Yang-tae's bullet hitting his right thigh, Jung-min has difficulty moving. Despite this, he realizes the urgency of escaping before the kidnappers discover his whereabouts. While traversing the forest, Jung-min encounters an old man living in a hut. Seeking help, he is instead locked in the hut, and the old man contacts the police, hoping for a reward for finding a famous actor lost in the woods. However, the police dismiss the call, as the old man is known for making false reports. Dong-hun arrives, questions the old man about Jung-min, but is chased away. When the old man is about to release Jung-min, Dong-hun reappears, beating the old man unconscious. Dong-hun and Yong-tae capture Jung-min and return him to their hideout. Later that night, Ki-won calls Dong-hun for an authentication code to access Jung-min's bank account. Instead, Dong-hun informs Ki-won about his dying wife, leading to an argument. Ki-won then instructs Yong-tae to obtain the authentication code from Jung-min, who refuses, now aware that Ki-won and his gang are fugitives. Observing Yang-tae's continued obedience, Dong-hun becomes enraged, revealing Ki-won's betrayal and theft of their money. Ki-won, pursuing his own agenda, goes to the police station to negotiate for leniency, laying charges on Dong-hun. The police agree to consider Ki-won's request, provided he leads them to Jung-min. Meanwhile, Yuna is approached by an old man attacked by Dong-hun, informing her of Jung-min's location. Simultaneously, Dong-hun, grieving his wife's death, decides on revenge and threatens to kill everyone, pointing a gun at Jung-min. Feeling threatened, Jung-min pleads for his life, but Yong-tae intervenes, knocking Dong-hun unconscious. After freeing Jung-min and Soyeon, Yong-tae is killed by Dong-hun upon waking. Seizing the chance, Jung-min takes Soyeon and hides. Ki-won sets traps in a warehouse near their hideout, causing an explosion that kills most of the police. Seizing the opportunity, Ki-won escapes and heads to Jung-min's location. Dong-hun discovers Jung-min's whereabouts, but Ki-won arrives first, killing Dong-hun upon his arrival. Simultaneously, Yuna attempts to stop Ki-won, leading to a fierce fight in which Ki-won beats her severely. Jung-min intervenes, aiding Yuna until he manages to kill Ki-won. Shortly after, the police secure the situation, and Jung-min and Soyeon survive their traumatic kidnapping. 2 years later, Jung-min visits the set of Sungwon's film, inspired by Jung-min's real-life experience. Seeing the actor portraying Ki-won triggers past trauma for Jung-min, haunting him once again.